Utilizing virtualization in your environment actually helps you cut down on the amount of pieces of hardware you need to own. So if you, in the past, had to buy a separate server for every application in your environment, if you leverage virtualization, you can buy one larger piece of equipment and virtualize those servers on top of that system. So one physical system can have 2, can have 3. If you scale it correctly, it could have 12 to 15 or even more virtual instances on the box itself. So what that allows you to do is make one major spend and then depreciate that over time. It also, if you're really wanting to be green, it's fewer things you have to plug into the wall, and you can leverage that as a platform that gives you scalability. Other place to use virtualization is actually in the cloud, and that by definition is actually a virtual environment because it's out there in the cloud. It really is, if you're going to virtualize on-premise, you're building kind of a mini private cloud, if you will, inside your four walls. So one of the ways to look at why you would want to virtualize versus buying separate pieces of hardware, you can build more redundancy into one box, you can build multiple power supplies, you can build out a more expansive drive array, you can leverage the fact that it's a more robust set of components that gives you better expansion capabilities. So I'd look at virtualization really if it's on-premise, what's the cost benefit of having multiple boxes versus one big box? And the bigger boxes you go with tend to have more bells and whistles, so you can look at additional storage capacity that wouldn't necessarily come in a separate server. So you could buy a SAN, which is really just network attached storage that attaches to the server itself. So a lot of different things to leverage from a virtualization perspective. Sometimes it's a cost savings, a lot of times it's a performance savings.